Don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Cangtoys. This is the Mini 04 Kingmini. So yeah, really shiny box, top of the box, bottom, side, back. Let's crack this thing open and take us a look at it. I've actually had this for a few days, but what with the holidays and everything, I just haven't really been able to get into it. But now I can. I've always loved and appreciated the styrofoam like this. I know some people don't care as much for it, but I greatly appreciate it. It adds a layer of, I don't know, professionalism, is that the word I want to use, to this. Come out of here, you. Oy, oy, oy. Of course, that is the downside. It takes a little bit to get the figure unpackaged. But I've always thought it was, it shows they care for the product that they're putting out. At least that's the way I've always interpreted it. Nothing under the foam. So I can put the foam back in here. Alright. Take the box aside. Oh! And we can take us a look here at the little feller here. Let's see. This is Razorclaw. That's not very nice. Why would it do that? And just plugs in right there. So that means these just barely stay on, these little guns. So I'm just going to set them aside for right now, and we're going to take a look at the figure. How about I zoom in just a tinge here so you all can get a nice, decent look at him. Shiny. Nice tampo paint going on, as I expect. Yeah, he looks nice. He looks very nice. Yes, he does. Let's get in close here for the head sculpt if it's to where we can. And as you can see, it is recessed quite a bit back from the chest. Pretty paint. He has light piping. Does my thing work here? Can we show it off? Yeah, you can kindly see it, can't you? Yeah. So we got light piping, no problem with that. The head can move up that far, down a little bit. It's on a ball peg, so you get your standard movement, right? The arms, looks like they're going to come out to about that far. Not the greatest, but okay. They can go around until they bump into this. I imagine that'll come off if it's anything like the other one. Elbow joint. I can't tell. Is that a single hinge or double? That's a single hinge right there. Okay. Wrists, no movement whatsoever, and they're all the time gripping something. Waist swivel, as you would expect. No ab crunch. But again, I'm a traditionalist. As long as the legs will bend forward, I consider that an ab crunch. It's more of a hip crunch, but you know what I'm saying. So we know this comes up. There we go. Just a matter of getting to it. These little spiky bits are sharp. Alright, so you can kick forward that far. Get these a little bit out of the way. Back all the way. So no problem with that. I would like to have a little bit better forward kick. You can move it out of the way and get full range, but it's kind of a cheat because it's not straight, it's sideways. Thigh rotation, he can almost do the full splits. Knee. Oh. That's what you get. It bends here and here. Okay. The feet, it can go up. Toe can go down. The whole foot can go down. And you get the slightest bit of a rocker. That's this guy. Alright. I will say this does not stay in as well as I would like. And it looks like the mouth will open, which should be standard with this. This company does that. I wonder how hard this thing's going to be to transform. Oh, lordy, lordy. Do these things, can they flip forward? They're on a hinge, but the arms are in the way at the moment. So, right now they can't do anything. I mean, you can bend them, right? You can bend them up if you want. That's about as far as you're going to do. I mean, send them to the sides, I guess. They rotate a little bit. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what he looks like. Actually, I don't dislike that look. Can he stand up? He can stand up. A figure that can stand up on its own at first. That's just slightly amazing. He can hold his axe, which is going to dub as the handle for the sword. Alright. Yeah. Let's see. Did I show him holding his gun? Alright. So, why don't we do some quick scale pictures. And anytime you mess with this, this comes loose. I don't... That's concerning, shall we say. Alright. So, let's... did that just flip up? It just flipped up a little bit. So maybe there is a little bit of wrist articulation there. Alright, why don't we do the pictures and we'll go from there. So transforming old Razorclaw here is not as difficult as you might think. Initially I thought it'd be pretty bad, but it's really not. It's really not. First thing we want to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and rotate the legs around just to show you all what needs to be done. Pull this section back until you clear this section enough to where you can rotate this around like this, and then just put this back in place. Okay, so pull this back, rotate, do that, and that's basically the lower legs. Now for the upper legs, we open this up here, and I have noticed that a spudger can help get this loose, he says. I promise you it can. There we go. You have to take the hand, and right now it's like this. I think you want it like this, if memory serves, so that it can come in like this. No, I have it backwards, don't I? Yep. So you don't want it like this, you want it like this when it tucks up under. Okay? Bring this other paw out. See if we can do this again. Alright, open that up. So, again, turning the fist so that the flat side is down, it'll go right in there. Just like that. And that's basically the legs. Now, For this backpack here, we need to, let me see here. Open this section up to get it out of the way. Tilt this down, tilt this over, tilt this up. So, like this. Open it up kindly like that. This is the tail. We need to take this section and pull it down. Okay, get it out of the way for right now. Just pull it all the way down. Rotate this section. Unfurl your tail here. Just pop it open all the way. Okay. Come underneath here, and there are two little flaps right here. Open these up. Rotate your legs down. Bring this down. Bring this entire assembly here down like this. You can swing your, I think you can swing your guns forward at this point. Alright. Pull up your lion head, and then it's just a matter of pushing that down, pushing the tail back, and yeah, that's kind of him. That's really just about all there is to it to get him into lion mode. Just like that. It's not difficult. It's really not. These things here will plug back in on his side here, however they go. So you can have those plugged in on both sides. Maybe. Get in there. Ah. Yep. So you can have those little missiles going on there. I'm not. Straighten these up, make them all nice and even. The tail has articulation. It can go up. It's got a joint here. It's got a joint there. Yeah. Interesting. The legs can splay out that far. You don't really, they're kind of locked in place, but you still get the foot articulation. Here, these are the arms. You still get the whole arm articulation and the paw, you know, up and down. Mouth opens and closes. That's about it. That's about it. These do not apparently move up or down. They're apparently static. So, I'm not sure what I think about that. But, okay, that's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's not anything, right? Here it is next to the DX9 Nemesis Prime. I have him handy. And right now he's the only one I have transformed up. I'm not going to pull the arc out, but the arc's out. I haven't been able to figure out where this will go. This looks like it would plug in right there. It's just, it's got a spot for it. Surely there's a place for this, but I'm not sure exactly where it goes. You would think weapon storage, right? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, yeah, that was the entire transformation for him into this mode. So why don't we go ahead and take the pictures, and then I'll put him in combined mode and we'll combine him up. So here we have Kingmini in his lion form, and now we're going to transform him into his torso mode. I've done this a couple of times. I hope I don't forget anything. I hope. I will also add the directions are crap. They are just plumb straight up, just not really even worth time looking at crap. They were bad. They were bad. So, yeah, I am, how do I do this? Like this, okay. So, I ended up watching this Chinese guy. I couldn't understand what he was saying, but I got the general idea. So, the first thing we want to do is we're moving these like this just to get them out of the way. Alright, what comes next here, Tom? There's a spot here that's going to connect with a post here. So just bring this up. You just got to kind of rock it until it goes into place. Rock it until it goes into place on both sides. That really kind of is all you can do with this at the moment. Alright. I guess we need to get these out of the way first, because we really need to get this section back out. And I guess I should have maybe not done this quite like this. Come on out, you. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Move that up. The legs, you want to put them back into what you would consider the leg, the robot leg mode. So turn them around. Here the way they go. We'll work with these more in a minute, but for now, open your hip skirts up, spread your legs like this, okay? Come down here to the tail and open this up, these two little flaps. This is going to come around and it's going to, there's this little post right here. Hopefully you all can see it's right here. It's going to go into that little hole right there. But before we make it that far, again, trying to get this stuff out of the way. This is just a lot of moving stuff out of its own way. Stuff here. This needs to come back to allow us to have the room we need to bring out the head. And it's a very, very, very precise amount of space that you get here. In other words, it's tight. And you've got to kind of wiggle stuff out of the way to get it to open up. Is it doable? Absolutely. You just saw me do it. But man, is it tight. Rotate it around like this. At this time, you can go ahead and pull up his ears, his antennae, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. I know they're antennae, but I kind of like calling them ears. Pull it up. Come on. Get in there. Dang it. Ah, there we go. Alright. We're just going to move this up and kindly out of the way for the moment. This chest piece, the tail, there's a connector bit right here. Hopefully you all can see that this is going to slide into, when you get it right. There we go. That's in now. This is going to come up and your tail is going to fit into this category, this cavity here. So you have to, if you remember when we put it in the other way, we tucked it this way. For this, if memory serves, we tuck it upside. And that, if you can get your finger out there, that'll just fit right in there. And then you just push that in place. Give it a good squeeze. Bring the lion head down. And that will, there's actually clips there that will keep that in place. It's starting to come together, as you can see. Alright. With your legs open like this, we need to open these up. They're on just little sliding mechanisms. They come around, right? Okay. Bring this up. Again, we're just getting it out of the way at the moment. Now, alright, Tom, let's see if you can remember how to do this. this is the trickiest part of it. You have to unpeg this, if memory serves, rotate here, and what we want to do is this has to come up. There are tabs right here, you can see, that are going to go in right here. So the goal is to get this up, get this in, rotate it around. It's not the easiest thing to do on camera, but it will do what you want it to if you're nice and polite and kind and all that other stuff, right? Or however that works. Let's see, rotate this out so we have enough room to fold it, put it into place, and then this will come down. Alright, rotate here, kindly unplug that bit so that it will allow you to rotate the leg up into where it needs to go. This thing just gets in its own way is the problem. It's not... honestly, I don't think this is really a horrible transformation. It just gets in its own way so much. Now, I want to rotate this about 90 degrees, and there is a... I'll get to this in a minute. There's a post here that's going to go into this right here, if you can see it. This bit here has to go into that. I think I may have jumped the gun a bit here. I did. Dang it. So this post is going to rotate in right there. Okay. Just kind of like that. This still has to... I think my issue is my foot here. I think it needs to kind of come up and out of the way so it can... That was it. Yeah, the foot had to kind of clear so it could get in there and do what it's supposed to do. This thing is incredibly stable once it's all together. It's just getting it to that point that's mildly concerning, shall we say. Alright, get that in there. Get this up and out of the way. Bring the foot all the way down. Bring it in so that it... Again, we're going, don't know how well you can see it, that little post there and that place on the foot. That's why I pointed it out when I did, because it's hard to see. It's more of a, oh, I know I got it because I felt it go in thing. So the legs will tab together down here when you get them lined up just right. Okay, these bits come up like this. They just help keep it in place, right? These arms rotate around. Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's right. In doing so, you have to make sure. Now, something that I have noticed, maybe I have it backwards, I think I do. Yeah, that's not right either. Oh Lord, Tom. It's because it's like this. The directions show these posts, there's this post on both sides, right? It's supposed to go into that hole right there. I have successfully done this, although it was not happy when I did it. And honestly, I was bending stuff against itself kind of like I just did right there. And it was not the happiest thing in the world for me to do. There. That is together. Okay. These bits come down like this. Okay. Now, there's just one real thing we have left to do. This opens up. This little bit right here comes out. This post is, this thing here is going to connect to this little post right here. So you swing this around. That just popped out. Rotate it until it's where it needs to be. And you just put it in place and see how it comes down like that and makes that shoulder piece. That's what you want. Or I guess it's a chest piece, right? Alright. Just like that. You can bring these pieces up as needed. As you just observed, this piece popped right off. That is because it's not the most secure connection piece I've ever worked with. I mean, I just moved the lion head and it popped right off. So just be mindful of that. Yours may have the very same issue that mine has and just not want to... See, why won't it go down? Why won't that one go down like the other one? That one's locked in place. This one not so much. When I try and do that, it pops it right out. But I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Dang it. I am not going to sit here and fight with this for very long on camera. So we know it's supposed to go in here. We know it's supposed to come in here at an angle. We know it's supposed to... It's crooked. Dang it, my OCD is not going to like that at all. And this is popped out. Back in there. Ow, pointy bit. Get in there. That's just not going to stay. But you get the general idea here, right? This is what it's supposed to look like. Now, we also have the wings. I'll tell you what, I'm going to back out for just a tinch. And forgive me, but I'm going to jar the camera just a moment as I try and make this high enough so that we can actually put him together here. That's going to bug me. That's got to stay in there. Alright. There, that's what we're going to get, I guess. This will just slide in place here. Just like... Is that it? That's it. So it just slides in place there. Come on, monkey pants, don't be that way. Alright. Incidentally, in case you're curious, we have so gone beyond what that Chinese video had just by doing this. Now we got the wings here, right? And put the wings on. So they're just going to... That should be... Why? It really? Is that the entirety of it? That little connection port right there? That can't be right. This is the only thing that connects it so that it doesn't go anywhere? I'm having a hard time with that concept. Surely there should be something that, you know, like locks it in place or something. No, I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Ooh-wee. Alright, wings come in and they tab in right here on this side post. Oop, I just knocked that one right off, didn't I? You sure did, Tom. Alright, let's do this one. I tell you. Now you all just watch that happen. There's got to be something I'm missing here locking it in place. Although I'm not sure exactly what I'm missing. This one's back a little bit more than this one is, but there has got to be a better locking mechanism than that. Because that's not even a real locking mechanism. What am I missing here? There's got to be a way to secure this so that he doesn't fall off. There's got to be a better way. Let's see, I got these guys backwards. No, they're right. Oh my lord. What am I doing? He just comes in there. Can't really unlock that. So there's bound to be something to do with old monkey pants here. But dogged if I know what. You know what? Maybe, just maybe, that's something for another time. Because I don't understand exactly why it's not going in. Those posts there might fit right there. That was the way monkey pants was supposed to look. Maybe. Why does that one move up but this one doesn't? You know what? That's for another time. Final thoughts wise, here it is so far. I'm just missing the arm, right? And actually I think this is the bird goes on this other side. Whoa! As you can see, there are a few, shall we just refer to them as stability issues with this, and I'm not used to that from this company. I'm used to everything being very, very solid. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. As always, that's always a possibility. I always grant that I could be doing it right. I think this is the... I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, folks. The directions aren't helpful, and I really am just trying to wing it. Anyway, this is not a review of this set. This is a review of this figure. So, why don't we get back to that? The playability of this figure, it suffers from the same issues that all of them suffer from, and that is quite simply it doesn't know what it's trying to do. Is it going to be a lion? Is it going to be, you know, a robot? What is it trying to do? It doesn't know, and it can't tell you because it truly doesn't know. What am I doing wrong here, folks? Somebody in the comments is already typing away. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Yeah, I know. I expect the hip focusing on this figure. The materials feel fine. They're not as easily usable as I would hope. I think it's... I keep trying to do the figure instead of this one. The cost of it, I think it was like 40 bucks. So the cost isn't bad. If this was my first Transformer, would I buy another one? I don't know. I mean, it's got a lot of neat things going for it. It truly does. Can you all see the light piping there? Does it light up? Yeah, it does. It's got a lot of things going for it, but it gets in its own way. And it causes a problem when it does that. Would I recommend this? No. I hate to say it, because I've got one limb left, and the whole purpose of this is for this mode, and it's not the most stable thing I've ever seen. I always grant that I could have done something wrong. But the fact that the directions are basically trash, and I'm still able to get it into this configuration with help from the community, says something. This is its ultimate mode, right? This is what I want to compare it to. This is what I want it to be in. And it's just a floppy mess. I will say, the reason I couldn't get this attached to this, you really have to exert some force to shove that in there so that it'll stay, but it does. So just be mindful. I can't recommend it, folks. I'm going to finish it off. I'll put it in a pose on a shelf somewhere, and it's just like the other one. It'll never move. This is Tom. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Vitamin John. Operators are standing by.